Hello, my dear friends. This is Georgia Darling 555. Today is a very special but hard day for me. It is what would have been my third wedding anniversary to my wonderful husband, late husband. He passed away last May 10th, 2024. Still very traumatized, still don't even know if I've even processed any grief at this point. Could be denial, I don't know. It's something that I can't explain, but his love is here. My love for him is here. That will never change. My hero, the country's hero, if you're from the United States. So this reading, I hope, is going to be very special for many, and not because you're going through the same thing as me, but because I feel there's a certain energy of love and unconditional love, let's say, that is running through your veins as it is running through mine. And this is timeless. You can read this whenever, a year from now, 2 weeks from now, 3 months from now, whatever. And I hope that it helps you. And I just want to point out, I got my little ghost here. So before he passed away, he was a woodworker, but also did a lot of resin projects. And I guess he got this mold of a ghost, and I went to his workshop afterwards, and I was like, "What is this?" And I had to unhook the clamps and everything, and I this is what popped out of the mold, and I was like, "Touche, Matt, touche. Thank you. You are my ghost." So you have to have humor. I have to have humor. I know that for myself. So I'm gonna spray a little Lily of the Valley. Brighten it up. I have the bluebells on YouTube playing. Just one of those like 9-hour nature scenes. I love bluebells. Me and my husband walked through the bluebell forest at the Brooklyn Botanical Gardens, and it was like another world. It was just everything changed under there. It was no longer so crowded. Noise became very different. It just became kind of noiseless, but you could see everybody kind of doing what they're doing, but they were in their own little encapsulated sound bubble, if that makes sense. So refreshing, so otherworldly. So my husband used to say, if you're ever feeling down or you just need to clear your head, take a walk through a pine forest, because the pines release some sort of chemical, I forget what it's called, but it works on the mood, and you'll walk out feeling so much better. It's like therapy. And so for me, I agree with the pine forest because I've done that, but also walk through a bluebell forest. And I actually saw the woman two houses down from me. She has a bunch of bluebells in her yard, so I got to figure out how to make that happen for myself. Not the greatest with I mean, I have plants and I try hard, but I'm not the greatest at, like, I'm not an expert gardener. Okay, let's see, where do I want to go? So I'm just gonna ask for, I'm gonna start with like the channeled drawing actually. I'm gonna ask if there's anything that spirit wants to come through for the collective. The most powerful energies for the highest good of all. Okay, and let's see. So now I'm a lefty, so I'm gonna try to get you all to see this as good as you can. Okay, so I always mark my. Ouch. It is 2:50. 6. Look, we got a little rainbow here. Okay, so the highest message is coming in for the collective. What does collective need to know? Who has a message for collective? Da, 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 da. So we got some sort of bite out of an apple. Mostly looks like to me an apple. But I suppose it could probably be a different kind of fruit. Sorry it's so noisy around here. I live in a nice little suburban area, but it's very close to the busy main roads, which I love, but except for in cases like this. But even then, it's not so bad. Skin. Skin of an apple. Skin. Entire skin, the whole skin. Skin only gets eaten by, and I almost want this almost looks like it says goober, but yeah, goober. So I feel like this is like an ancestor, a passed on loved one who used to call you goober as a baby, maybe, maybe not even as a baby. Somebody who used to comment on the fact that you would only eat the skin of fruits. And right now we've got all the ringing outside. I don't know what the hell that is, but it's I don't know. I thought I was getting something there. Okay, so skin only gets eaten by goober. Okay, do we have any other messages? Any more confirmation on this message? Anything from another spirit for another in the collective? Actually, my pen is. So definitely peacock feathers coming in, I would say. Let me just see. This is me. Let's grab another pen. Did I say 2 for 2? $2 for 2? Okay, so there might have been some sort of a florist selling bouquets, either, I don't know if in a market or on the street, but they incorporated the peacock feather into their bouquets. Either the bouquets were 2 for 2, or the addition of the peacock feathers was 2 for $2. Any more information? Down feather. I don't know what that means. Used to curl the feathers, maybe? Right angle. Sharpen. uh, used Peacock feathers used to come in from as an export. From where? I think what's happening is whoever is writing this message is having trouble kind of writing backwards because in wherever the realm is that they're coming from might be kind of mirrored. So I'm seeing Italy. Not sure. I'm not even sure where peacock feathers come from, but and what city would these be imported into where you would sell these? Dreary, Dreevery. There's something about a city definitely starts with the capital Dreav, something something Y. So I'll have to look into that. Anything else you would like the collective to know? Whoever you're trying to contact. Hi, love. you so much. Love. Solis. Solis Oso. Does anybody know a Solis Oso who was passed on? Wow, that's like the first time I ever got a spelled name. Okay. Closing message for the messenger here. Osos. Osos. Is that correct? Okay. Well, guys, that was pretty intense. That was a lot. Beautiful. So we've got I feel like these might be the same person, might be the same spirit or the same person. Skin only gets eaten by this on this fruit. I'm almost getting a feeling like a market, like a market back in the day. That like families kind of like you would have like the Italian market. I'm getting Italian. Came in from the sea, imported. Drev. I want to know what this word is. Drevery. Solis. Very beautiful, you guys. So let me just give you one more. That's for somebody out there, or multiple people. Take what's yours, leave the rest. But I hope this gives you a little peace, gives you a little bit of a reminder of the vastness of what life really is, and the faith and belief that there is something more, though we have trouble defining it. In fact, as humans, I don't think we could ever define it, but we can listen to it, we can hear it, we can feel it, we can know it to an extent, and we can let it guide us if we use the right intentions for good. Okay, so I'm gonna pull a few cards for these, and just in general. So if those messages don't seem to resonate with you, it's okay. It's signs of life. It's kind of like what I just said. Like kind of like there's more out there than what we can see. this side of the blue. We're only able to see this side of the blue. Wow. My one and only lonely star. I don't know if you're lonely. Safe vessel, soul retrieved. You're in a safe vessel right now, but one day your soul will be retrieved, and that's said in the kindest, most beautiful way possible. Get 2 more of these. Got mechanical drip. Interesting. Maybe that's the world we kind of live in right now. And then bubblegum matrix. Bubblegum matrix, I'm still trying to figure out the meaning of that one. I'm thinking it kind of means like this maze of a life that we live in, but it's so it can be bubblegum if you choose to let it be. It might be sticky, but it's like a divine, delicious, fun-filled mess. It could also, I'm sure, go the other way too, but I'm still trying to learn that one. So take what you will if you'd like. And then we got True Blue. So I don't know why with this I'm getting something about like I'm getting like Sicily, the blue waters of Sicily, coral reefs, somewhere where they use like a percolator or a certain type of way of making coffee. Or maybe they're making fun of the mechanical drip in which we make coffee here a lot of the time. And then here, that's kind of confirmation for me of the ocean. This card I left blank on purpose as far as just leaving the blue. Okay, one more. Okay, we've got 2 more. The Sino. And then Swan. So again, if anybody has any more information on that, let me know.
Okay, have a good rest of your day. Bye.